obviously an important week. We'll open with a statement from Coach Gibson, and then we'll get to questions.
Yeah, first off, obviously, this week, our story is bigger than all of us. So, and our kids understand that. We do some extra things this week, talk about it, and we have a story like no other, and we need to embrace that as a staff, as a football team, and play for not just us but this community, families that were lost, and I know it's going to be emotional on game day, and looking forward to it on national stage, playing against a really, really good football team. So, with that, questions.
Growing up here, talking about the crash, what do you remember about that?
Well, I was born in '72, so it was a little later than that. But I had some friends that play at Marshall. I had some high school coaches that were in school here at the time. So they always mentioned it, and just you never hear of that, and then growing up in sports and playing college football and then getting into the coaching profession, and you really start looking like we got a call yesterday from Kevin Sherman at Furman. I had no idea there were 7 players, and Coach Tolley were all at Furman. And they do something every year during the 75 week as well, and they're going to be here. Their president, their AD, their head football coach will be here this Saturday. So, it affected so many lives, and just a tragedy that, it's again a story like no other. And it's we are special, and we are Marshall because of what they did and what the Young Thundering Herd did to bring it back and all that. So again, I don't take it lightly. We're going to embrace it, and I told the kids, my expectation is we don't need to be superheroes this week. We just need to be the best we can be the best you, play the best, be the best Eric Meeks, be the best Carlos, be the best Floyd, be the best Boogie, and play a little extra hard, and for the 75.
Kind of building off that, how do you manage those expectations, though? I mean, probably not from you, but outside. This is a very important game. It's almost like you can't lose this game. How do you manage that and still just go out there and do what you need to do on a normal game week?
Yeah, and that's, we're doing some things during the week that are a little different for the guys. But again, the message was we don't need to be superhuman. Let's just be the best us. And the best us is focusing, making sure we don't blow assignments, making sure we play hard, doing all those things, and just give a little extra effort this week. And I don't want to put that kind of pressure on our football team. Coming off of a loss, obviously playing the best team in the Sun Belt, expectation here is, we need to win this game. But I don't want to go above and beyond that with our kids, because I don't want them to try to do things that they don't need to do and take an unnecessary risk or whatever it may be. Let's just play good, sound football and give it our best shot. And again, just a little extra for the 75.
Coach, I'm sure just on a personal note, you take football out of it entirely. It's an honor to be a part of this week, I'm sure, for you, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And I said it when I got the job here, and, I'll continue to say it as long as I'm the head football coach here. I mean, it's special. And, it affected so many. Again, the Furman deal, I had no idea until yesterday about that. So, but there's just so many people in this community that it's affected. And, we're going to do our best and give our best for them Saturday. And not only on Saturday, but it's been leading up. It's all week long. It started on Sunday, and we're going to continue to do things, educate our guys on it. And, it's going to be a special day for sure.
Do you kind of think a week like today kind of allows your players to get closer with the community? And what are some of the things you guys are kind of teaching them about the 75? I'm new to West Virginia too, so I'm just curious as to
so it started way back in fall camp. We had the cemetery run during fall camp. We watched the We Are Marshall movie. We've had, some of the former players, the Herb brothers, talk to our team about what it means. And we had Logan Osborne talk to the team today, which was awesome. And, you know, Logan basically shared his story. He could have went anywhere he wanted his senior year, and he said the two reasons he stayed here, he wanted to win a championship and he wanted to play in this game. So, you know, that resonates with our guys. I mean, a guy that just played with some of the kids sitting in this room listening to him, and, you know, it just means more. It means more. And, you know, we got a lot of new faces around here, but our kids have embraced it, and it's special. As you can see, our locker room, we've put these logos up. Yeah, it's just we're going to honor it, we're going to embrace it, and we're going to play for them. And not only this week, but every week. But this week it's a little extra special.
Moving to the game itself, just initial thoughts. What do you see when you look at the film?
I see a really good football team, both sides of the ball. Obviously, defensively, they've not given up a second-half touchdown, I think, in 4 or 5 straight weeks. There's been one team get over 300 yards on them all year. So they're an experienced team. They got a great quarterback. Defensively, they're lights out right now. I mean, they're playing phenomenal. Coach Chesney does a great job. And, you know, they've won on the road. They've won in hostile environments. They've won at home. They've won big. They've won close games, tight games. So they're an experienced group that they believe. And when you watch them play, they play extremely hard on both sides of the ball. They're physical on offense, physical on defense. When they block you, their tight ends, their offensive line, they try to bury you. So, you know, we're going to have our work cut out for us. And, you know, I'm looking forward, though, to watching our guys, how we're going to respond, again, coming off a loss, not playing well. And you know, we got some guys that are pissed off, and they need to be.
Quarterback-wise, anything there that maybe stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, their quarterback's a phenomenal player. You know, he was just named Sunbelt Player of the Week this week on offense. You know, he can run it. He's strong. He's powerful. He extends plays. He can throw it. He's got some great targets to throw it to. They protect him well. So, you know, you could tell he's a student of the game. He understands. He gets them in the right checks. But this has full control of their offense at all times. You never see that kid panic at all.
Coach, I guess, you know, if you go back to Thursday, just now that you've had time to look over it, just anything extra sticking out to you from that one? I'm sure you guys.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah.
No, the third quarter was the worst quarter of football I've ever been a part of. And, you know, just we need to play harder. We need to play faster. We need to play more physical. We need to take care of the football. And it's uncharacteristic of our football team on offense. We hadn't had 5 turnovers all year long combined. And then to get in that game and in one quarter implode. You know, we had a 10-point lead 3 different times in that game. And we just didn't play well enough to win it, obviously. And you know, and like I told them, I tell them every week, whether we win or lose, we got to own what we've put on film. And you know, it's hard to swallow. And when you watch the film, it's, you know, it's gross, and we got to get it fixed. So, you know, and that's not coach's talk. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, it was a long day for the team on Sunday. We watched it, offense, defense. We had 105 guys in this meeting room. It lasted about an hour and a half, and we watched every side of the special teams, offense, defense, and went through it. And if guys were loafing, if guys were soft, they were told that. If it was a bad call on the coach's part, we owned up to our part of it. So, you know, and that's going to happen. I mean, it's football. Everybody's going to make a mistake, coaches, players. And I told them, hey, I'm just telling you the truth, and we got to get it fixed. I love you. And, you know, sometimes there's tough love, and there was a lot of tough love this weekend. So, but love how they responded. Went out Sunday night, had a great practice. Today was a phenomenal practice. Guys flying around, moving around, trying to be physical, doing the right stuff, and that's what you like to see as a coach. So, you know, we're going to keep fighting, and I know these guys aren't going to quit. They're going to keep battling, and again, this week, I mean, this game comes at a perfect time for our football program. And, you know, I'm excited to coach in this game. I'm excited for the fan base. It's going to be beautiful weather. Should have a great crowd, and looking forward to it.
Kind of going off
that point. Their last 2 losses, you kind of bounced back, had your best performances of the season. What kind of goes into that? You kind of mentioned how you had a great practice Sunday. Kind of talk about your ability to bounce back.
Yeah, I think that, when you show kids mistakes and they can learn from it, and again, as coaches, we learn from it. Hey, what do we need to do better? And again, this is more on coaches than it is players. They're going to do what we ask them to do and what we demand them to do. And, I don't know if everybody relaxed, if everybody thought, we're up 10 points, the way the game started defensively with 2 takeaways, 1 for a touchdown, we go up 10-3. But, we let our guard down and give credit to Coastal. They kept fighting. But, when you sit and watch the film and you see yourself perform like that, you see yourself coach like that, you want to be better. And I hate it that we have to learn that after a loss, but, it's part of it. So, we have to do better all the way around, the whole organization, and starts with me. And I'm going to own my part, and I tell the kids what I've done wrong, what I did wrong in that football game, and I'm going to fix myself, and they're going to fix themselves, and hopefully we'll see a good product on Saturday.
Anything further for Coach?
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.